everyone. I don't know who is around yet. There might be some of you out there that are waiting to jump on into the stream. So I hope that any of you that are here have had a really, really lovely week and that you have been doing nice things for yourself this week as well. Obviously, hey Brett, how you going, buddy? It's nice to have you here. Obviously, this week I am going to be building up some of the princess sets. So I was able to get hold of Aurora's Magical Cottage and Rapunzel's Tower. And then I also have gotten the 4+ winter. Hi, Amy. How you going? It's so lovely that you're here. I've also got Belle's Winter Castle as well, and then a little bit of an older set with Moana's little hut. So the I know, me too, Amy. And it's really funny because I said to Mum today that I'm probably doing the least Halloween-y live stream on Halloween. So do any of you guys have a preference as to which set you'd like me to build or to start with? Any preferences? So just let me know which one you'd like me to start with, and that's where we will start. So I thought it would be really nice to let you guys decide out of these four. I know, Amy, I think you've got Rapunzel's. Excellent, let's do it. Okay, I'll just pop these ones away. So we've got Rapunzel here. I'll just have to find my scissors. Oh, cool. So we've got, hi Zoe, how you going? And Ratna, hi, Corney's here as well. Oh, cool. So you've both said the tower. Excellent, that's good. Hopefully Raps will be able to jump in and see some of this as well. I'm not too sure if she's going to be here this week, but I'm hoping that she will enjoy watching the tower being built. And Ratna's saying Rapunzel as well. Oh, excellent. I'm glad that you're all enjoying Rapunzel. And the last bag I get out of the box is bag number 1. And then we've got 2 books. And it looks like, oh no, my sticker sheet's all scrunched up at the bottom. It's not too bad though. So we've got 2 instruction books. So a little one and a medium-sized one. I'll just adjust my camera. Oop. So that's a bit better. There we go. And then we've got stickers as well. So there's the sticker sheet. Sort of. Oh no, my camera's not focusing. Still not focusing. Oh, there we go. Cool. So it looks like we've got some of Rapunzel's artwork, some flowers, some butterflies. These are very Friends butterfly-like. Lots of stars. A few little photos and stuff. Obviously, Flim Rider. Cool. So that's really nice stickers. I'm glad that they're there, but we should just get on with some building. I think I completely agree with you, Amy. I am really, really looking forward to this. So I know that a few of you may know, but these did take a little bit longer. This set and then also the cottage did take a little bit longer to be released in Australia. I know that sometimes we do have slightly different release dates, which is what Amy reminded me of, because I've been checking the Lego website for every day when they were first released. And then they have actually made it into some of the stores here as well. So I did get to go to the shops and pick these up from the shops, which was really nice as well, rather than having to wait for them to be posted over from Lego. So bag number 1 is open. Oh no, Corne, that's no, that's no good. Just pace yourself, buddy, and little by little. Sometimes what I did when I was at uni was sort of go through and write out lists and just prioritize things as well. So again, have us on in the background. Turn me down to low volume so that you can concentrate. Oh, come on, focus. Okay, one more time. Oh, there we go. So there's Flynn Rider. I really like that expression. I like the waistcoat as well. That looks really cool. And then we have had those sort of trousers before as well. So that's him. And then we also get Rapunzel. So let's put her together. She's looking really cute. So again, you know, nice little top, which looks very, very reminiscent of the film. Cute expression on her face. And then we've also got one of the shorter skirt pieces, so the mid-length skirt, which I think is really cute too. And then her hair. Oh, and I'm supposed to put ribbons in that. Oopsies. Cool. And then Brett saying he might get 2 for a mock. Sounds brilliant. I think it would be like, I mean, I'm really curious to see how Raps is going with her mock. And I think I'd really love to do a Rapunzel Tower mock as well, but maybe try and combine all the existing sets, since I do have all of Rapunzel's sets now as well. So, yeah, that would be kind of cool to be able to do, I think. So let's get started. Okay, not there. Where can you guys see? I've got stuff rolling around. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I'm still really surprised, Amy, because as far as I have seen, like I have gone online a little bit. I don't check all the shops. I just check the ones that are sort of like cheaper when it comes to Lego. But there's only been one here in Australia that that we've been able to have. Yes, I completely agree that this Flynn is better. I really like this one's expression. I think that that's got a bit more character to it. I don't know why, but quite often with their male characters, they've sort of made them quite like neutral. They've got really neutral expressions. So they don't really look like they're happy, sad, or angry or anything, which is a bit robotic, really. So it's nice to see that he's sort of got a bit more of his character in his expression. Oh, the other thing that was really interesting about the Rapunzel set, it's sold out in a lot of places. So on the Lego shop, like the online one, which is the only one that I know, yeah, it had sold out. So, and then in my local store where I got this one from, is that there weren't very many left on the shelf either. So it was sort of quite interesting, really, to see that obviously the tower has been a really popular set. So, which is really cool. It's good. But yeah, I was a bit concerned because I could see that the stock levels were going down, and I knew that I had to wait to payday to purchase both of these. So I was just like, oh. And then I was very it was a bit strange as a growing up to then have to duck off to the shops at lunchtime. I didn't even wait till the end of the day at lunchtime to buy my Lego sets so that they didn't run out. Normally I wouldn't worry so much, but I knew that I've been looking forward to live streaming with both of these sets with you guys as well. So I sort of went, oh, it would just be my luck that we wouldn't end up with any Rapunzel Towers left in Western Australia, and I wouldn't be able to build that this week on the live stream. But I managed to grab it, which was really nice. So yeah. So that's kind of cool. And then obviously at the beginning of this, we've got like a little, this is like the little pub area that they go to. So what was that called? The Snuggly Duckling. So it's really cute that we're getting a very, very small version of the Snuggly Duckling in this set as well, which is nice because we haven't had that in a Rapunzel set before. So aside from poor Cornet, who's going to be doing loads of homework and is getting smashed by university stuff at the moment, how's everybody else doing? How else have your weeks been? What have you been up to this week, Brett? Anything exciting that's been going on? What about yourself, Amy? I hope things are going okay for you over there in the UK. And then Zoe's here again this week, which is really nice. You have to do your schoolwork, Cornet. I'm telling you that maybe do your to-do list. So sit down, write down everything that you need to do for all your assignments and your notes and everything like that, and then you'll feel more motivated once you start to be able to cross things off. I say write. You probably need to type it up on some sort of computer system, not just write it in a random notepad like I do. I completely agree, Amy. You and I are always on the same page, and I think it would be so much nicer to have a larger pub. But I'm glad that we've gotten at least this so far. I think one of the last Rapunzel towers that we got came with like a little swing, which was quite cute, but not really super duper relevant to the film. So it's even nice that we've got a couple of these like little stickers that we can use, like this little one in here is kind of cute on the inside, and then we've also got like another sticker that we put out on the front. Oh, okay. So Corner has to write down the most important info from like 20 lectures in an empty book. We call it a dummy. Okay, well, get to writing, buddy. It won't take you too long. And Brett's feel a bit more out of the train, working on the second train layout in the second room. How's your week been? Oh, how's my week been? Yeah, not too bad. A bit better this week, which has been really nice. A few more things have gotten sorted with my sort of new job, which is kind of exciting. So it looks like we will have an offer soon. Mum also told me today that Western Australia will be moving from a hard border closure, which has basically meant that very few people from anywhere else has been able to get into Western Australia, into a sort of a bit more of a relaxed border on the 14th. So in a couple of weeks, we'll be sort of opening up our borders a little bit more. But of course, the concern is that once that starts to happen, then potentially COVID could start to spread a bit more, which is no good. So we'll see how. So it won't take me too long. Yes. Yep, just you've got to start somewhere though. So Now, it will probably take ages, but just bit by bit. That's a really cute, like, little piano build as well. I really liked how that sort of has turned out. If my camera will focus a little bit. The white is still blowing out a little bit, but yeah, that's kind of cute. We get a little stool to go in here as well. So yeah, I hope. And what about some of Katja? How has your week been? I know that I haven't seen you in the comments before, but it's really nice to have you pop up and say hello today. And Zoe, if you're still in the comments as well, just let us know how you're going. Not too sure who's here and who isn't, but it's always nice to see a few people say hello and check in. The other thing that's sort of been quite nice as well this week is that we've been having absolutely lovely weather. So today was a little bit overcast, which is why I'm back in my favourite hoodie. But yeah, this week has been really quite fun and sunny and glorious, which is always sort of quite nice. And yeah, so that's been really good. I'm trying to think what else has been happening for me this week. Oh yeah, I have been working on my next video, and I keep saying this, but hopefully it will be up soon. I'm really struggling with trying to be able to get things finished. So this one is almost done. I've just got to try and do the thumbnail and also do like the little intro footage as well. But stupidly, after I filmed the video, I then did more work on the Lego room, which means that now the Lego room actually looks a little bit different to where I left it off. So I think that that's why I've just been putting off filming the intro and thumbnail photos. But that's okay. I think I might just have to explain that in the video, and hopefully you guys will just be happy to see it. Oh no, I haven't got my little bucket of goodies with me this week. Okay, lamp. Next up is the lamp. Yeah, I can see the little duck here, which is super cute, but I haven't added it in yet. So, but I've just done the lantern, which is really cute. And then it looks like we've got foliage. Oh no. Oh, Brickish is here. Hi, Brickish. How you going, buddy? It's nice that you're here. So Brett's saying it's rained all week in the UK. That tends to be the way in the UK. But you guys are coming into autumn and we're coming into spring, so we can't really compare. But yes, I can only imagine that it's going to be getting a little bit colder. Right, okay. Now, oh, here's the little duck. These ducks are so cute and gorgeous. So that gets to go in here, which is really cute. And then we add this into this side and get our sticker out. So oh, thanks. Thanks, Brett. That's so nice. Oh, I know. It's been really weird with videos for me at the moment. I just keep starting them all and I just can't finish any of them. I don't know what's happened to my brain at the moment, but it's just not happening. I think it's been really nice, though, to still be able to keep in contact with all of you, though, through these live streams, which is really nice. So yeah, hopefully one of these days, hopefully tomorrow, I'll be able to finish off at least this video that is 95% done because it's going to be a bit concerning if I can't even do that. So there's our little snuggly duck. Oh, this camera, I tell ya. Whoop. Nope, still not. One last try. Focus. There we go. Almost. Oh, doesn't know whether or not it wants to focus on my hand or the sticker. The snuggly duckling sticker, sort of, a bit fuzzy, and the little duckling. The piano and the little picture at the back. Really cute. So cute. So now we get to build, we do get to build a little swing, and it looks like maybe the bottom of the tower as well. So here we go. Brickish is here. Always asking, how's British, whether or not I've adopted you both back. Of course I have. I actually really struggled last week with that joke. I was sort of like, oh my gosh, I think every now and again I do get to be quite a sensitive little sausage though. So when you guys were saying to me that I was rejecting you all, it broke my heart a little bit, and I was actually quite upset by it because I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. And I know that it was sort of all done in jokes and everything, but I was just sort of like going, oh my gosh, I'd hate for anyone to believe that I wouldn't want them to be happy and everything. So yes, of course, you're all welcomed back with my, well, you were never kicked out. Let's just put it that way. You're always welcome here. Hopefully you guys all know that I think the world of you all, and, you know, it's been so wonderful getting to know you all, especially over our little shared passion of Lego. So it's too cute. Oh no, Brickish. That's okay. It seems like you and I might be having a bit of a weird time together then. But again, just know that there are people out there that are happy to chat and support you and all of that sort of thing as well. So I think that that's one of the most important things that we can always do. And then this is sticker number 1 that we put on this brick. So obviously, what's actually quite cute about this is that both of the wanted posters are a little bit different. So hopefully, hopefully you guys can see that. I do know that it was a joke, but I am a little sensitive sausage sometimes, and I kept overthinking things. That tends to be what happens, particularly if my mental health is playing up a little bit. And I was just like, oh my gosh, they were joking, weren't they? I hope that they were joking. I really hope that no one would ever feel like they were, you know, being rejected or unwanted or unloved by me. Of course, I care about you all so much. So that's just the weird thing that my head does to me sometimes, Corno. But yes, all good. It's all good. I'm a tough growing up. I'll be able to survive. Oh, look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, that's so adorable. And that just slides into place. We don't even have to click that. And then is this little yellow thingy-bob, is that a new part or has that come from a different set? Have we had that in Ninjago or something that I don't know about? Does anyone know about that little piece? Has it popped up in Minecraft or something completely unusual and weird that I just don't know about? Well, not that that's weird, but it's just not my thing. And then we start building up the top a little bit more. So, yes. So anyway, Brickish, I do hope that you're travelling okay if you've been having a bit of a weird week. So we are sending you big hugs via the internet. I'm hoping that things will just be getting a bit better for everyone. I think the world is still quite a weird little place as well. So, you know, I don't think that that's been helping some of us as well. Oh, okay, from Stephanie's house this year. Oh, cool. I haven't gotten that set yet. That's one of the few that I haven't picked up. The 4+ set, I'm assuming that you mean from Stephanie's house. So, yeah, I haven't gotten that one yet. It just wasn't on the top of my priority list. But I did actually go through and put all my friends' houses into their storage box as well this week. So I've been sort of trying to tidy up some of my storage bits and pieces this week. And that was one of the ones that I sort of tried to sort out. And a few of the houses, oh my gosh, they were so dusty. So it was really nice to be able to give all the plates and slopes and everything like that a really nice clean and get them all sorted and stored away. So possibly when Andrea's house comes out, we can do a little bit of a rebuilding of some of them, which will be really cool. Oh, yes. Oh, Sai's here. Hi, Sai. How you going? Happy Halloween. We're building up some of the least Halloween-y type sets that we can this week. So it's all sunshine and princesses here on Aurora build. Thanks, Brickish. I know. But I think anyone that has any sort of mental health struggles also understands that sometimes we just can't help but overthink and get a bit weird with our own thoughts and that sort of thing. So I just wanted, it was more just making sure that you guys all know that you are very much loved and appreciated by me. So we can definitely continue joking around and having laughs, because that's what I always want to make sure that you guys are experiencing when you come onto my channel, is that you can just be yourself and enjoy yourself here as well. Yes, so it looks like you've been doing some great videos this week as well. I haven't been able to watch your Monster Fighters video yet, but that is on my watch list. So hopefully at some stage over the weekend, I'll be able to check that one out. So, yeah, how's everything going for you, Sai, over in Ireland? I hope that things have been going well and that you guys are keeping safe. And happy and healthy is what we always want to make sure that everyone is at the moment as well, isn't it? So, yeah, it's been really nice, though, seeing some of the Halloween content that people have been popping up this week, which is really cool. Some of my favourite doll art channels have been doing some really great repaints and really nice dolls and that type of thing, which I've been really enjoying watching. And, of course, I have also really enjoyed seeing some of the little Halloween habitats. Kaz did such a good job with her little Lego skeleton with Sausage the dog, and who else did she have? Oh, she had the vampire as well with his bunch of roses and that sort of thing, which was really cool. Oh, good. Yes, I was just saying earlier on that we are probably going to start opening up our Western Australian border in the next couple of weeks. So our border has been on hard lockdown, so very few people have been able to come into Western Australia. You do have to get permission, and not everyone has been given permission, but we're going from a hard lockdown to a bit more of a relaxed lockdown in yeah, in the next few weeks, which will be really interesting. I think that we will need to monitor all of that very, very closely. I think that it will be really important that us Western Australians who have had it pretty easy for the past few months will just have to behave ourselves and make sure that we're not just going crazy in the meantime. Oh, excellent. Oh, that's really nice, Courtney. I'm really looking forward to it. I can only imagine that it's going to be wonderful things. So you are really creative with what you do, and I'm always so looking forward to seeing all the creative things that you produce as well. So it should be exciting. And it will be nice to finally be able to talk about that as well, which will be really cool. So yeah, which will be really fantastic. And then, oh no, yeah. So you guys are back down on a 6-week lockdown. I know that I haven't been paying super close attention, but whenever my sister speaks to my mum, she sort of gives me a bit of an update as well. So I know that you guys have been sort of going in and out of lockdowns, it seems, in the UK. Different parts have been doing different things. But again, if that's what keeps us safe, then that's what we'll have to sort of do, won't it? And I think that that's been a bit of my concern as well, is that once our hard border opens up, then we might sort of see our numbers go up and down again, which of course is not what we want. We don't want anyone to be unwell. So yeah, but hopefully we'll just be able to keep each other's spirits up and look after each other and all of that sort of thing as well, and keep ourselves entertained with Lego building. Or like what I've been doing, I took a leaf out of Lord of Dragon's book last week when he said that he was doing lots of tidying up in his storage areas. So that's what I've been trying to do a little bit more of as well. Oh, Dan's here. Hi, Dan. How you going? Oh, excellent. Yes. No, get your beauty sleep, Dan. We all need it. And have a lovely weekend as well. Give Smiles a hug from me as well. I might try and give her a call or something tomorrow for a quick chat and catch up too. So, yay. Cool. Yep, I agree, Amy. Oh yes, I know. I'm really looking forward to seeing all your vintage Lego that's arriving as well, Corno. It's going to be so exciting. It was even really nice going through and repacking some of my sets and whatnot as well. So just going through and having another look at the sets and all of that sort of thing was so cool, and getting to have another look. So yeah. I was even thinking it would be really nice to go back and do some more builds with some of those vintage sets as well. So maybe if that's something that you guys would be interested in watching, that's something that we could actually do on here. Like I was sort of like going, some of the snow resort sets were really cool and good fun to build. Again, I was even sort of thinking of when Andrea's house comes out, going back and revisiting some of the other friends' houses and stuff too. So because it's starting to get a little bit trickier to come up with content of things to build on my live streams each week, which is okay. But yeah, I was sort of like going, I don't think that, well, even if I could afford to buy loads of new sets all the time, I don't think that Lego releases them fast enough for us to be able to build them. So yeah. Yeah, I really miss working with Smiles. So I've got to get my smiley fix in this week, I think, and see how she's going. She's one of my favourite people. She's just a wonderful human. Right, so we've got a sword in here. So we kind of shut that, but not really, because it doesn't really shut. Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. So during Amy's just saying she's rebuilt her princess set, half of Moana's Cinderella and Jasmine sets are still left to do. Yeah. And I think, you know, is that that's the type of stuff that we can actually sort of enjoy when it comes to doing our Lego stuff as well, isn't it? It's just a matter of finding things to rebuild and things to modify and mock and all of that sort of stuff. Even things like, you know, sorting out our storage and those sorts of things too has been really good fun. I haven't done any mini doll repaints for ages though, so I've been really missing doing that. So hopefully I will be able to get back into that a little bit more at some stage or another as well, since I do have quite a few different ideas about what to repaint. Lecture 1's done. Yay! Half an hour in, Corne. There you go. 1 down. Only 99.99 to go. But we're all here cheering you on. We know that you can do it. Just sit down and focus. You'll be great. Yeah, Brett's saying he mocked out a castle this week. Oh, and you used purple. These streams are rubbing off on you, Brett. You'll soon be having magenta castles with flowers and everything. So, which will be spectacular, absolutely spectacular in Brettsville. Look amazing. I think that a lot of the purples I actually really like it mixed in with the greys. I actually think that they look really pretty as a colour combination. I always sort of think that depending on what's, you know, what sort of stone or whatever is in my mind, I know that like with a lot of the Australian granite that we get here, is it sort of ends up with like a sparkle to it, and some of the shift in the sparkle actually sort of looks a bit pinky, and sometimes it sort of comes across as like a bit of a purpley type colour too. And I always sort of think, especially with like this colour or that beautiful like dark purple colour mixed in with that fantastic, like with the couple of greys and that fantastic like olive green colour, I think would look absolutely stunning for like a castle build. Used, you know, in a bit more of a creative sort of way. Again, it's sort of trying to figure out the best way to add texture. Oh, I thought that was a pink piece, but it's not. It's actually this pale lavender colour. Yeah, exactly. And I think, you know, that's where we sort of start to see some fun things like with the Joker Manor set as well, as having a bit more of a sort of variety in a colour palette and that type of thing too. You know, it's really nice to be able to sort of mix things up and try things out. And I think that that's one of the things that I've been picking up with some of the fantastic Lego designers and builders that we have, is that by adding in some of those hints of other colours and different sections, is that then that sort of creates a bit more texture to that particular build. And I think that we even saw that quite well, even in the Diagon Alley sets, where they would just sort of change a couple of the parts to like a darker shade of the pink, or adding a little bit of brown, or, you know, something like that, adding a few masonry bricks or whatever it happens to be. So yeah, I motivation has disappeared. I just want to have fun with all of you. Yes, but we're all cheering you on to continue to do brilliant things, Corday. We'll always be here ready and willing to have fun with you. So I think that you can definitely celebrate your small win of getting your first one done, and then power on to get your next one done. And then you'll get another big cheer from all of us when you've finished part 2 out of 999. Right, okay. Just focus it, seeing what I have to do for my little fireplace that's going on here, which is really cute. So again, really nice colours and everything going on in here. And yeah. Right, so now we get to add in some more stickers as illustrations. Won't be here always, just Saturdays, yes. Well, yeah, on the stream, obviously I can't stream 24/7 as much as I would like to. I tell you what, that 5 hours last week, oh my gosh, that was intense. I was very proud of myself for making it all the way through for for 5 hours, but it was very full on. I honestly don't know how Legolomaniac can ever do 24 hours live streams. That is just amazing. It's very impressive. And we've got some more little illustrations going on here. Oh, Mama's Bricks. Hello. It's lovely to have you here, Mama's Bricks. I did watch your stream this week. I watched it in the afternoon, like one afternoon, and it was so good, but I couldn't leave a comment. The comments had been turned off, so I was so disappointed that I couldn't say well done, and it was amazing and brilliant, and I absolutely loved it. It was so lovely to see or hear you mix up, speak in between 2 languages. I can't even speak in English at the moment. So yeah, it was really enjoyable. I had so much fun. I was also sorting some Lego parts and all of that sort of thing as well. But it was such a lovely stream. So I'm really looking forward to your next one. And hopefully I'll be able to do the same thing again, where I get to watch it a day or so later, which is quite good fun as well. So yeah, well done on your first stream, Mama's Bricks. So yeah. So Mama's Bricks says, babe. Yes, I definitely, when you were speaking in English, and then it was really nice every now and again when you just sort of translate through between the chat. So depending on who was in the chat and who was asking what, that was really cool. But I honestly didn't mind listening in Dutch either, because it was more just about supporting you. So yeah, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, thought that it was so much fun, and it was really amazing and everything. And like I said, obviously I was sort of sorting in between. So I think it was one of those things where, particularly when you were speaking in Dutch, I was probably just head down sorting out all my parts and everything. But yeah, every now and again I'd just be like, oh yeah, cool, that's so awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I had hoped to be able to leave you a comment to say I was watching. But yeah, your comments were turned off, so I was just like, oh, I'm going to have to send you a message. But there's been so much going on this week with work and other bits and pieces that I just feel like I keep forgetting to contact people and say hello and do my usual like private messages and stuff with people too. So yeah, but I'm hoping that once we get into our office, which should be happening this week, and hopefully we should be fully moved in sort of in the next week or two with all our IT equipment set up and all of that sort of thing, that work and Lego time will become separated out a bit more as well, which was really cool. So yeah, oh my gosh, the fireplace is so gorgeous. I really love the stickers that they have, like the artwork on the stickers that they've done this time. It just seems like they have paid more attention to what was actually going on in the film. And those stickers in front of that fireplace just looked, well, they look a lot like how I remember the fireplace paintings that Rapunzel did. You know, it's sort of, well, it reminds me of that with the beautiful floating lanterns and everything. could barely remember the word for floating lanterns then. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, I think quite often it is tricky to track down. I think how I usually find it is if you go into the video tab and then up the top of that section of the screen, there's like two different tabs up the top. So the video tab's usually down one side, and then there's two tabs up the top, one for videos and one, I think it says live or lives or something like that. And that's usually where you can sort of go in and find your live streams. So I'm not sure why your comments were switched off, whether or not that was what YouTube just decided to do, or whether or not you chose to do that or not. I don't know. I think sometimes if they think that there's been kids in the video, then the comments get switched off. So, but I don't remember any of your little kitties popping up in the stream at all, but I might have missed that. But I didn't think that's something that would have happened. But yeah, it took me a while to remember that that's where I could go to see my live streams. And even things like being able to pop them over into a playlist and that type of stuff, that's where you can sort of toggle between all of that stuff, if that makes sense. I don't know whether or not I'm making any sense at all today, but yes, that's what happens. Oh, yeah, I better show the bedspread because that's actually quite pretty. Again, nothing that unusual for a princess bed. We've had lots of pink bedspreads with gorgeous patterns on them, so yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So Brett's saying comments are normally turned off if age restriction is on. So maybe you just need to toggle that as well. Right, cool. More little gold pieces on this one. So this is, I'm really enjoying how this is looking. It's still like a really small, like skinny little tower, which is fine because that's what we would want for a tower. But yeah, it is super pretty and very gorgeous. So I'm happy about that. Right, let's see how we're going. Yeah, I know. It's always, I think one of the hardest things is actually figuring out how to use like the back end of YouTube and all of that sort of thing as well. And just sort of be able to sort of have your settings how you would like to have your settings and whatnot. But again, that's all we can do is help each other out. Yeah, exactly. I agree. It just looks fantastic so far. So that's already like 3 stories tall, and obviously we've still got another bag to go. So yeah, I think yeah, it's really gorgeous. It's a really gorgeous little set. So happy. Oh my gosh. I really enjoyed the Rapunzel movie as well, the Tangled film. I think that that's so much fun. It's yeah, it's a lovely story. And I just really like the way how they did things just a little bit different to the traditional films too. So Mum's Bricks is saying beautiful tower. Ratner's saying wow. I know, it's lovely. I just really enjoy building up our lovely princess sets. They have some wonderful designs in them. Cool. Oops. And then I've got to pop a little bit of gold in here. Right. Yeah, Amy's saying that it's the tallest tower that has been made so far. And I think that that's probably something that they must have tried to make an effort with since the last, I think that, well, Rapunzel did have one of the little petite towers, which was a really cute little build. And then I think it was her first tower that was taller than the next one. Oh dear. I know. It's a complicated world, isn't it? So we have to remember that it was Mother Gollum that locked her in the tower, though, Brett. So it was the evil older woman that wants to remain youthful that decided to lock Rapunzel away. Well, according to the Disney story, anyway. I think that there's been a few different versions over the years. I think Amy means the tallest tower for the Rapunzel line that they've made so far. So I think the middle tower wasn't actually that tall. I think it might have only been 2 stories or something. And then I think the first tower was just a little bit shorter than this as well. I think it had a slightly different design. I think, oh, Mother Gollum, it's Mother Gothel. Sorry, Corno. This is why I need you in my chats. You'd get you'd get an A+ from me for all the hard work that you do putting up with my babble. Oh dear, I'm always just slightly off. It's never completely wrong, but I'm always just slightly off. Yes, I can definitely see that this would be really fantastic to combine and mock up. Right, okay, one of these. Cool. Okay, and then we have like a little, not too sure whether or not this little white cupboard is necessarily a very, oh, Jez is here. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, and Brick Bunny's here as well. Hi, Jezza. Hi, Brick Bunny. It's nice to have you both here. Corey has a mistake and throws all his schoolwork across the room. Sorry. Oh, it's nice to have you here, Brick Bunny. I hope you're going well this week. And Amy saying, surprised they didn't put Gothel in the set. Yes, agreed. We always need more characters. We need more mini dolls, definitely. Especially considering that we had, oh dear, especially considering that we got Maleficent. It would have been nice to have gotten Mother Gollum. Sorry, Corno. Oh dear. It's just the funny way that my little brain works. And Jezza, I saw your video as well this week. I did watch it on my big screen TV. So I haven't commented yet, but I will go back and drop a comment and a like on the video. And your post box looks so gorgeous. It just looks absolutely amazing. So and like you said, a very different build for you as well, mate. So it's really nice to see that you're being creative. So yeah. And then Brickish is saying, I imagine I do that as well. Sorry, guys. Whoopsies. And Mama's Bricks is agreeing that Mother Gothel should be in this set as well. So at least most of us agree. The only ones who don't seem to agree is Lego. So one day, hopefully, one day they'll get it. And they'll give us more mini dolls. Right. So now this bit goes on the top here. So the tower is getting taller again. So there it is from the front. And then I've got lots of flower stickers to do as well. Olivia's hair in grey, yes. Oh, LFL's here. Hi, LFL. I've been watching your videos as well this week. They're so cool, so enjoyable. But I keep saying to everyone, I haven't been commenting as much as what I normally do, but that's because I keep watching everything on my smart TV and I can't figure out how to comment from my phone on my smart TV without having to go into my YouTube app and and rewatch the video, which I don't mind doing. Sometimes I will do that. But yeah, I really enjoyed your pumpkin mock as well, L. So that was so cool to see, like, the little pumpkin patch that came alive in a little sort of pumpkin mock dog type creature. So yes. Yes. Oh, cool. So yes, we're all now creating our mini doll wish lists as well. Oh no, that was terrible. Oh, I've gone very astray with all of those stickers. Oh, I'll have to. Oh. That one I can re-stick almost immediately. Come on. That's a bit better. They're still a bit wonky, but I'll fix them up later. I didn't pay enough attention to them. I was too busy talking and thinking about mocks. I shouldn't have been doing that. Anywho's. So Elle saying that they enjoyed making it. Scary mock. Oh, bless. So, yes, and I think that that's the thing, is that, you know, as much as I would love to watch everyone's videos all the time, it's just a matter of sharing the love, and I just try and check out a few different videos from everyone regularly in the hopes that that will be good. And again, I think that the hardest thing for me at the moment has been not being able to sort of leave comments as I go, because I always like to sort of like and comment on videos, because obviously that helps out different channels as well. And it's always nice to see more Lego channels grow and more people discover our, you know, channels and see what they're all about, and meet each other and chat about all our lovely, wonderful hobby. I think is that. There we go. I think that that's right. Okay, I've just got to put the diamonds in the back because I think that I forgot to do that. Was it one diamond and a flower or something? I don't know. I'll pop those there. One of each. Cool. So there's the tower so far, looking really gorgeous. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't do the stickers as well as what I normally would. I think I was rushing. Yes, and I agree, Ratna. I think that the stickers are so gorgeous. They do look really, really super pretty. I've just got to fix up this one because that's a bit too wonky for me, and then maybe even this one, but that's not so bad. Right, fourth and final bag for the tower, which is really exciting. So, ooh, when we get printed pieces in here, that's lovely. We haven't had that for Rapunzel's Tower before, have we? I think that we've only always gotten stickers from memory. I'm sure that I'm sure that that sort of may end up being corrected. Oh, cool. Oh, no, that's fine. Enjoy Eurovision. That's always good. Jazz is anticipating a stickers conversation. Yes. All conversations about Lego leads to stickers at some point or another, doesn't it? Right. So we add in our little balcony area. And we've got the nice little more elf design for those railings rather than just like the straight posts. I always think of the elf sets when I see these ones, which is really cool. We're just working out our sticker application processes in the chat. I can see everyone's wanting to recruit Corne in to be there as sticker applier. And how pretty are these? So again, with the light yellow colour, so the bright light yellow, and then the windows are like a little bit metallic, whereas the wood print is just sort of the matte sort of paint colour. So they look really gorgeous. Whoops. And then when we add them in here, we even sort of tidy up the edges as well on the front. So that looks so nice as well, which is so cool. Oh my gosh, yes, I know. That was honestly my all-time favourite theme from Lego. So I really miss having any elf sets. But it's okay. It will be interesting to see what other sets that we sort of get in time as well. So I don't know how easy it's going to be to like replace the elves. Obviously, Lego will have to do something a bit different, but yeah, I do definitely miss the elves. That's been one of the mocks that I've actually been working on, is my next elf shelf creation. Right, that way. Just got to try and figure out which way the table's going in here. Right, that way. Cool, printed pieces. Yes, exactly. Yes, I love the fence. Love this fence. Whoop. If you want me to build Moana next, Ratna, yes, let's do that. I love Moana as like the film. I think that might actually be my all-time favourite Disney princess film is Moana. So I am definitely all for building Moana next. Yes, I agree. Yes, I completely agree. I really like how the tower's coming along as well. It's really cool. Right, so let's add in these pieces, which is creating up like a little art sort of area thing. Don't know quite what to call it. Pucky has just woken up from his 75th nap of the day, because that's a pug's life. And so saying, yeah, exactly. I just thought that the builds were always so lovely because they were really sort of like organic, and I sort of really like that sort of build style, is lots of trees, you know, lots of woods and woodland areas and stuff. So it was just sort of my dream aesthetic, really. So there's our little paint palette little area thing to go in here. So we can pop that there. And then we've got Moana is not an official Disney princess. Ratner and I don't care. We love her anyway, whether or not she is just the daughter of the chief or not. Yes. I think that there's a few different sort of technicalities as well, isn't there, when it comes to some of the Disney things that I don't always understand. It's always a bit of a unique one, how they classify these sorts of things. But I will just say that most of the stuff that I see online just unofficially makes Moana a Disney princess. I don't know how or why or what official capacity that is. But again, some of the artists and those sorts of things that I follow on Instagram, they like drawing some like princesses reimagined and that sort of stuff. And Moana's usually included in those. And then she was also in the Wreck-It Ralph movie as well, wasn't she, as a Disney princess? So there we have our lovely illustration of Maximus, which looks really cool. And Rapunzel has got that signed with an R down in the corner. So that's really lovely, which looks really gorgeous. Yeah, I think that's come across my radar as well, about the fact that Anna and Elsa aren't official Disney princesses either, but you know, I just sort of think that let's not worry too much about who's official and who isn't. Moana is part of the Disney Princess Lego line, so in some capacity Disney has obviously acknowledged that she is some form of Disney character that fits in with other princesses, I guess. I don't know. And then Brickish is, I'll be back. That's cool, Brickish. Take your time. We'll just be plodding along discussing the finer points of Disney princessdom and what makes a princess official or not, perhaps. Okay, so Ratna's saying in the Disney Princess Wiki fandom says she is an official Disney princess and she's very similar to Pocahontas, the daughter of the chief. Yes, well, this is where I just sort of go, I don't know whether or not we need to get bogged down in who's official or unofficial. I just think that they're gorgeous. I think that Pocahontas is amazing. I would love to get a Pocahontas mini doll at some stage or another, but I have a funny feeling that I will need to make one myself, much like Brick Emotion has done. I also would absolutely love more Moana sets. So I was really pleased to see that we got a couple more Moana sets recently, which was really nice. So that's what we'll be building up next, which is super exciting. And then, and let's not delve into who's official and who isn't. That's going to be a very confusing conversation today. Let's just, you know, it's all cool. I don't think that it really matters as to who's official and who isn't as far as princesses are concerned. Well, not for me anyway. Maybe in some space it's more important, but I don't know about a Saturday night Lego build. But I'm loving these stars that are going on the interior, the interior of the roof. It's really pretty. So nice. So the last little star here, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So there we go, which looks so lovely. And then that piece goes in here like that, which is really cool. And then we've got some more bits and pieces going on up here. So, yeah. Another little piece. And then we must have more stuff to add in because, okay, right. So I've got, I don't know what's happening with this. Oh, this was meant to go over here. Okay, right. I missed that step. Oops. Too much talking and I wasn't paying enough attention. And then we've got little spiky sets. So, oh no, wow. Yes, that's very sad to see. You'll be okay, Cordo. I agree, Amy. I think that that would be really fantastic. We need more inclusion in the world. One of the things that I think is always super important is making sure that everyone gets represented. You know, I definitely believe that representation matters, and that it's really nice to see and hear people that look and sound like us. And, you know, I think that it's really good to then, you know, make things a little bit diverse. Sean Connery was a Scottish actor who was renowned for playing James Bond, amongst many other characters, but James Bond is probably what he's most famous for. So very charismatic actor as well, with a very distinct voice as well. So he's definitely an actor that does get imitated a lot as far as his voice is concerned. Ooh, fantastic to hear, Jezza. That's so exciting. It's always nice to know that solutions can be discovered. I have been developing a little parts list for some little mocked up brickhead type characters as well. So last night and sort of today, I was going through all my different parts and finding bits that I did have in order to then figure out the parts that I needed. And I was able to then put my wanted list together on Bricklink as well, which was really cool and super exciting. Right, now I have to figure out the best way to fit this on screen. So we might have to go up. Ooh. Right, so let's see if I can fit the tower all together. It's so fantastic. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. Yay! Oh, that's so gorgeous. Right, I have to pop Rapunzel up here straight away. And the little chameleon needs to pop in here as well. Be kind of cute if you could fit one here. Oh, no, he's not. That's not. He needs to be more of a angled. Yay, there we go. Rapunzel's Tower. Okay. Oh gosh, even you guys can't see the top of that yet. There we go. Whoop. All the way up and all the way back down. So there we go. So there's our lovely Moana sets all built. And I might just put Flint in here as well. Oh, did I say Moana then or Rapunzel then? Our Rapunzel sets are all built. And then cool. Right, and due to Ratna's request, we get to do Moana next. Yay. So let's wiggle my camera back down again. So that's a little bit more of a better angle for you guys. I'm looking forward to this one because I'm really looking forward to building the stingray. I absolutely loved that scene in the film between Moana and her grandmother when they were out in the ocean together at night. It was just so beautiful. Definitely one of my favourite moments in the film. And I think, you know, again, it's really important to acknowledge, you know, that if we do lose our loved ones, they do stay with us in some way or another. Cool. Right, there we go. So we have one instruction book in here. which is fantastic. We've got 2 sheets of stickers. So we've got one with like the little bit of a clear transparent background, and I absolutely love these fish. Oh my gosh, they look absolutely beautiful, those tropical fish. And then we also, we have more of our sort of Fijian, Samoan, Pacific Islander style of art as well, with a hint of Maui in here too, which is also a fantastic character in the film. Oh, and hey. Yes, exactly, Belle. We get another hey. Although I must admit that I do prefer Pooh the Pig to hey, but I think that that's because in the film, little Pooh the Pig reminds me so much of Puffy when Puffy was like a little puppy. Just that funny little personality, I think, is very reminiscent of all of that. So there we go, Elle. Little hey-hey's there. Somehow has already got dog fur all over him. And we get turtles in here as well. Oh my gosh, my life is complete. Definitely more turtles, the better. Yes, I think that it's really nice to be able to sort of have more representation. But I also think that it's one of those things where you just sort of go, well, no one's ever said which mini dolls aren't gay or could be gay. So more of that may end up getting covered off in the cartoon series. But as the Brick Sloth pointed out in one of his videos this week, is that it's up to you as to whether or not you want to have your mini dolls in your Lego City, Lego displays, with the same personality as other mini dolls, or whether or not you just want to change them a little bit. So, yes, I think that disabilities, like physical disabilities, are a lot more obvious to have to show in some way or another. Pua. I love Pua, yes. I know, so cute. We do get Eurovision televised here in Australia, but because I don't have a TV aerial, then I don't sort of watch television in that sort of way. I usually just watch YouTube or DVDs. So, yeah. So quite often I don't really sort of know what's... Is that right? Oh, no, that wasn't right. Oops. First mistake of the night, aside from the sticker issues. Whoopsies. Oh, Si's off. See you, Si. Take care, buddy. Have a very happy Halloween / Princess Day. However you want to call it. So there we go. Oh, oops. Right, now I've got that correct. I did just sort of go slightly astray to start with, of course. This way. So there we go. And we are actually building up the stingray first, which is really kind of cool. So I wasn't expecting that so early on in the build. Then we have this piece. And then we have one of those little navy slopey pieces. Oh, I should be doing mini dolls as well, shouldn't I? Oh my gosh, I'm getting so distracted. Right, Moana. Let's go back a couple of pages to Moana. We've got our turtles. I didn't build up Moana, I forgot. Oops. But I do really love this mini doll. She's so gorgeous. She's so pretty. There we go. So there is Moana. Again, not that different. I think the face print is a little bit different, but not that different yet. Have I heard that Lego dots appeared in Animal Crossing? No, I haven't. What's going on with that? As we sort of were talking a little bit about last week, I do play Animal Crossing, but only the Pocket Camp version that I've got on my phone because I don't actually have a Nintendo Switch thing. So yeah, but I have been getting. I think that the Moana, they quite often do the same mini doll. Is this right? Am I doing this right? Yeah. Okay, that way. Yeah, I think quite often when they do like a new release, because that one with the little boat got released at the same time as this one with the hut, then they keep the figures the same, don't they? That tends to be the way, in the same way that the first two Moanas were the same too. So, but I don't think that their outfits have changed, have they? I don't know. I don't pay that much attention. I think all my Moana sets are in the other Lego room as well, so I can't even get a Moana mini doll out to double check. So one of the blessings and the curses of having my Lego far flung around Perth, multiple locations. Oh, Doc's here. Hi, Doc. How are you going, buddy? It's nice to see you here. Hope you've been having a wonderful week. We are taking Halloween very seriously this week by building loads of princess sets. So we're all very happy about that and having lots of fun. So yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting, but I don't know enough about like the actual proper Nintendo game to sort of try and figure out what you'd actually build. So in the Pocket Camp version that I play on my phone is that you only really get caravans and tents, and then you get to decorate your own campground. So it's a little bit sort of different. So I don't know quite what you actually build. I think I have seen a few different people do like sort of mock versions. I think, did LEV do something with that as well? I'm sure that she did ages ago. So I think that would be kind of interesting. But so there's our beautiful stingray all finished, looking gorgeous. I really like that tail piece as well because I think that creates a little bit of that sort of mystical sort of feeling to the build as well, knowing that it is supposed to be sort of a bit more of a magical character than necessarily a realistic stingray. Oh, the top and the face have changed. The skirt and the hair stayed the same. Cool. Oh, okay. So the new Friends Disney and Dot sets will be revealed very soon, mid-November. Oh, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that as well. It's always nice to see what new stuff is going to be coming out. So very lots of fun. It'll be interesting to see what princesses they come out with as well, whether or not they're going to do anything different. So yes, oh exactly, Doc. It is definitely makes it musical. So yeah, it's just a really nice sort of addition to this sort of Lego set as well. It was really nice to have been able to get Maui as a big fig in like the original sets, but it's also quite nice to be able to sort of then get some other characters as well. So it's always good when we get a few new additions. And then we've got this little rotatey piece, and that's actually in that dark teal colour, which is probably not showing up on camera because my camera colour, my webcam never sort of seems to show up colours very well. So is that a new colour for that part, or has that been around for a while? It's just not what I've seen because that's not a part that gets used in the sets that I enjoy. I never know what's coming out. Yes. Cool. In this set, no, we didn't get Pua, unfortunately. We did get Hey Hey, though. Did we get Pua in the other set, though? I know that we have gotten Pua before. I think that we might have got Pua with the $10 set, I think. Yes, you do see a Hey Hey. Hey Hey's definitely here. Oh, dear, I'm having struggle towns. I'm just putting all my parts in at the wrong time. I've gone rogue again, gang. And I'm putting my parts in back to front. There you go, Doc. You get a special close-up of Hey Hey. Oh, no. Oh, I'm not in sync. Oh, dear. I'm not surprised. I don't think I've been very synced up ever in my life, Jezza. Oh, cool. So, yes. Cool. So, yeah, I think that we are getting, right. And then this is also a really nice part as well, because we've got that translucent blue, but it's got that sort of shift to it, which I think is showing up much better on my webcam than what it usually does on my other videos. So it's sort of got like that glitter sort of sheen to it, which is so pretty. I absolutely love it. I don't know what they're calling it as far as Lego terms are, but they seem to have come up with a very long-winded sort of name that goes along with it. But usually in like nail polish and makeup and things like that, it's sort of like called a duochrome or a shift or something. Yeah, it's a pearly. Exactly, Doc, it is. So it's got that beautiful shift to it, which is very similar to, I think, some of the fronts of the various Friends cubes that we've been getting. I'm pretty sure that we have got cubes with this exact sort of blue colour. Oh, no, I haven't seen the pink umbrella in the Hidden Side hot dog cart polybag yet. It's been really difficult to get any sort of Hidden Side sets here in Australia at the moment. I think that when that lockdown happened was around the same time that we all found out that Hidden Side was going to be discontinued, and it just seems to be that a lot of the sets have been really difficult to come by. It's going to be interesting to see if I will be able to get hold of the submarine. That seems to have disappeared altogether already. I have been able to get the car, so that was really cool. But even the haunted castle mansion thing from Hidden Side has been coming in and out of stock a bit as well. So it was on the Lego store, then it was off on the Lego store, and it's sort of been popping on and off quite a bit. So, yeah. So there's all the little fish stickers added to this as well, which I've done a better job of than some of my other stickering tonight, which was a bit of a disaster in places, but, you know, we'll make do. So that goes in here. Yeah, is it? Oh, cool. Yes, I will do. Yeah, I haven't been able to watch any of Greg's videos for a little while, but I did actually watch his video of his speed build of building up that Hidden Side car this week. That was one of the videos that I was able to catch, and he does such a great job of his editing with his speed build videos. It was really enjoyable. So yeah, Ratna's saying Moana's her favourite character. Mine too. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that that's been like the interesting thing though I've been seeing more of. I don't know whether or not it's just because I've been making more of an effort to watch a wider variety of videos of different themes and stuff, but it seems like we're getting more crossover between themes, which is really nice to see. That, you know, in some of the friend sets, they've been trying to use parts from, was there a part that we had one of the, or was that in Hogwarts? I don't know. Anyway, I've been seeing lots of new parts lately as well. And I think that it's really cool when we start to get more of that crossover happening between all the different themes. It makes it feel more cohesive as like as a collection rather than just sort of having unique parts to unique themes. I don't know. Is that making any sense, guys? I feel like I'm starting to ramble. Oh, cool. Yeah, Greg is really lovely. I came across Greg, I think, during one of the 72-hour live streams, and he was just so friendly and welcoming and personable, and I was just like, oh, that's so lovely. And it's really nice seeing his channel do so well as well, because clearly he puts in a lot of effort to the editing of his videos as well, which is really cool. So obviously I still have a lot to learn about video editing. I try my best, but I still think that there's lots of room for improvement on my videos. But again, I'll get there slowly. Oh, Brickish is back. Welcome back, Brickish. It's lovely to have you back again. Excellent, Corne. We're really happy that you're getting through each of your lectures. So just keep up the good work, buddy. Slowly. You know, one Lego brick at a time, as they say. So, yeah, it's cool. And now where are we up to? We are doing our next little stickered bit, which is going on this little trans blue piece. And we've got that beautiful waterfall pattern that goes on here. So that's going to look so pretty. Really nice. How's your week been as well, Doc? What have you been getting up to? Anything interesting to report? Any Lego information updates that have caught your eye? And then we also pop in the Heart of Te Fiti behind here as well, which has gone in backwards, of course. Oops. So there we have, the Heart of Te Fiti at the back there, which is actually on a trans green clear piece. And then the waterfall just folds up in front of it, and that's got that beautiful sticker on it with the little lines and the sparkles and everything. So that's a really lovely little side build. I really like that. So that's going to go over here. We might need to move the snuggly duckling over there and figure out which order we're going to put all these things in. Oh yes, Tamatoa would be fantastic to have in a Moana set. I think that Elle would do a very good job of building a Tamatoa mech as well. So that would be really cool to sort of see. No pressure though, Elle. Oh yes. Well, we've had a few different heart pieces as well, haven't we? Because we did get one that was sort of on, was it spring green or lime green or something as well, where it wasn't on the trans piece, the trans green piece. And then, yeah. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree, Amy. It's gorgeous. It's really pretty. It looks fantastic. All this Lego building is making me making me hot. I have to unzip my hoodie. I agree as well, Ratna. It's gorgeous. Right. And I think that we are now on to building up the little hut as well, which is going to be really cool. So we have got a hut for Moana in the past, but this one is a little bit different as well because we've got the beautiful roof pieces as well. that sort of indicate more of that sort of thatched roofing, which is a bit more common in sort of like the islander sort of architecture and stuff. So yeah, a little fireplace goes in here as well, which is really cool. Yeah, and I have done a Moana mock before, so that was one of my first videos, was actually mocking the Moana sets and combining the two original sets together. But I think I'd really like to be able to go back and revisit that and possibly have another look at these ones. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, here. Oops. Another little piece is required in here. So we've got some fish over the fire, which is really yummy. We have got a bowl and a little leg chapping as well. Obviously, we need our gorgeous pineapple. And quite often they do say that we only need to put one flower on top, but I always prefer putting two because I think that makes it look more pineapple-y, if possible. It's not always an option, but that's my little preference. Yeah, sort of Polynesian cornet, but it's my understanding that the like Moana, because she's set back in time, is that they've drawn from a variety of different cultures across the Pacific. So I could be wrong, I'm not an expert, but I know that when I was reading through my little Moana, the Art of Moana book, is that they were sort of saying that they have drawn from Maori culture, Samoan culture, Fijian, and a number of different other cultures across sort of the Pacific as well. So, and I think that some cultures, and possibly even Hawaiian as well, to a lesser extent, it does seem that Samoan, I think, was more of an influence, but that's not the only influence that occurred in Moana. So, and I think that some cultures do say Polynesian, whereas others sort of say more broadly around Pacific, I think. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm doing my best just to make sure that I'm trying to be inclusive of all the cultures in that sort of region, because quite often it's not included and it's not acknowledged. So I know I prefer to include people rather than not. So yeah. And again, I think that sometimes the terminology changes as well. I know that that's what's happened quite a few times with our Aboriginal Australian culture as well. So, which is fine, because I think that it is up to the people from that culture to decide how they want to be acknowledged and spoken about, how their culture should be acknowledged. Yes, I know. I think, has it been almost every single live stream that we've ever had that we've talked about a Pocahontas set? I still don't know whether or not we'll ever get one, though. I have a funny feeling that we won't. That's just me. I think that Lego is a lot more aware of being politically correct compared to, say, Disney. I think that Lego has had a much more sort of social justice sort of feel to their organisation compared to, say, Disney as well. Disney has been very slow to acknowledge different elements of their movies that are not particularly nice or appropriate, and have been very slow to act on them and change them, particularly when it comes to some of their theme parks. And I know that there were a lot of issues amongst American Indian cultures, because Pocahontas is also based on a real person as well. But artist that developed Pocahontas, while they were inspired in part by American Indian women, there was also a lot of other people that they were inspired by in order to develop the look for Pocahontas. So I don't know whether or not Lego would ever release a mini doll with that sort of controversy associated with it, with her. Does that make sense? I don't know. Oh yes, Raya and the Last Dragon is coming up, and you guys will be very pleased to know that I did end up watching the preview for that, the trailer on YouTube, which looked absolutely amazing. I know that Amy and Cornelia were talking about that last week, but I hadn't seen the trailer yet. So yes, I did actually watch the trailer this week, and I'm so excited for it. I think that the character of Raya looks absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to having more dragon builds. Oh, Digital Magazine's here. Hi, buddy. How you going? It's been a long time that I haven't seen you around. I hope that you're happy and healthy, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, that's okay, Jezza. I'm still just rambling on. You know, you don't miss much if you're dropping in and out of my live streams. Unfortunately, you know, there's not been much key information that we've been discussing that you won't be able to pick up on. But yes, we're just talking about Raya and the Last Dragon. So I am really looking forward to some more dragon sets. So hopefully, yes, hopefully that will be coming and happening and all of those sorts of brilliant things. I also think that Raya looks like a really amazing character. So I'm really excited to see that film too. And I think, did we say last week that there are 4 sets that we're getting with that? Oh, yes. Yes, Amy, I do remember that one where we got, that was the set that we got Tiana in. It would be really nice to have a Tiana set with just her as well. Maybe one day. And I'd really like to see Tiana's ball gown in an actual ball gown piece rather than just in the straight like skirt piece as well. But I think I've said that to you before when we've been talking about all things princess. Oops. Another small mistake, but easy fixed because it's with Lego. Excellent. So yes, starting to build up more of the hut now. So hope that the castle is the thing that we saw in the first couple of seconds. Yes. Yes, oh my God. Yeah, exactly, Corne. I agree. I hope that that is something that they will make into a set. Again, you know, I'm just looking forward to having another dragon. I really miss not having dragons since, obviously, they finished the elves theme. I know that I can get dragons from Ninjago as well, but I just can't start collecting another theme. You guys know that I already have a problem with collecting too much Lego as it is. So I can't start on another theme as well. That would just be madness. So, yes. Yes, exactly. I also want to see more of the princesses in more of their outfits, depending on how many they have. Like, I still think that it would be really nice to see Belle in her like blue and white, more folk sort of, you know, dress as well. And again, it would have been so lovely to have had Belle in her like pinky red rose coloured winter cloak as well, particularly with this castle, instead of her yellow ball gown too. But I don't know whether or not Lego is ever going to sort of release alternative outfits on too many of the princesses. It seems like they sort of find a good thing and they stick to it. Even like with Rapunzel, we do get different versions of her outfits, but it's all very much the same. Well, mind you, she doesn't really change her outfits. Neither does Merida, and neither does Moana. We have had a few different outfits, though, from Anna and Elsa, which was quite good as well. Yes, it was very exciting that we've gotten both Ariel in her mermaid form and with her pink dress as well as her green dress now, which was really cool. And even with like the little white sarong too. So we have had a few different versions, I guess, of the Little Mermaid. Oh, yes, Amy. See, you've always come up with fantastic ideas. I just love that. Snow White, Merida, and Pocahontas. Pocahontas would be in her boat, Merida an archery ring, and Snow White would have the cottage, yes, because we need more of Snow White and of Merida. We haven't had hardly any of those princesses in the past. And then that would also be a way to introduce Pocahontas in a similar way as to how they introduced Tiana as well. So, yes, that would be amazing. I could potentially see Lego do something like that. I still don't know whether or not they're going to do Pocahontas, though. I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. Right. Okay, right. Blanket. So we've done a bed. Now we're doing a blanket. This is so cool. I'm really enjoying this little hut. I think I'm just drawn to all things tropical, though. So I think that kind of helps too. And how beautiful is that print on the blanket as well? I absolutely love that with the flowers and the sun. So gorgeous. Right, the bed is in. Now we do some more leaves, of course, because we've got to have foliage, obviously. So we've got some of our gorgeous little palm leaves. And we've got add in a little flower. And then that just sort of tucks down that side. Hopefully you guys can sort of see that a bit, possibly. Where's our other bits? Yeah. So yes, it's going to be really exciting with those Raya sets next year. I think that's going to be really cool. Right, more details on top of the little hut. And then we've got these two parts. Oh yes, I have gone the right way. Oh my gosh, I just suddenly thought that I might have done all this section backwards, but I haven't, I don't think. Corner, you'll have to tell me whether or not I've gone completely backwards or not once I've finished doing this bit. Uh-oh. So that just clips in here. Oh, okay. Okay. So it doesn't sit as flush as what I would like, but that's okay. I'm sure it will come together. Oops. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We can sort out a time when you don't have so much schoolwork, buddy. I just thought that would be a nice one. I knew that you said that you wanted to stream, and I wasn't sure whether or not you wanted to wait until your birthday or try and do something before then. But I'm sure that we'll find a time. That's fine. It's all good. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that would be a great idea. Well, maybe when you've got a little bit of a break from uni work, we can organise a time that's going to work for us, which would be really nice. And then we can build the writing camp on a string, because I have that set. So that's something that we could definitely build together, which would be so much fun. So, yep, sounds like a plan. We'll figure it out, definitely. And yep, around to the end of December, that sounds good to me. Whenever works for you. Right, just putting together some more little bits and pieces here, which will be really nice. Looks really cool. Turn that over, and we've got a couple more stickers to add in. So cool. Oh, woodshop teacher. Hi, buddy. How you going? It's lovely to have you here. I really enjoyed your Technic Tuesday video. So it was good to see a father-son collaboration. So yeah, it was such a good little video, and I really liked the music that you selected as well. So it was such a good tune. I think I watched it on Thursday or Friday at lunchtime, which was such a nice sort of enjoyable thing to watch over my lunch. So yeah, cool. So woodshop teacher, we have built up Rapunzel's Tower. So that's here in the background, which is going off frame. And I'm just in the process of finishing Moana's little hut that we've got as well. So in the chat, you guys will have to let me know if you want me to build up Aurora's cottage or Belle's castle next, Belle's winter castle from Beauty and the Beast. So let me know what your preferences are. I don't mind either way. But I don't know whether or not I'm going to get to build all 4 sets tonight, because I don't think I can do a super long stream again today. Unlike last week where I was here forever. So there's some more of the stickers. So just a nice little simple one at the base here. And then we've got these 2 on the back. I really love that one with the boat. I actually wish that would have been on a brown tile rather than a red one though. And yes, I know that my stickering has been a bit wonky today, but it will be fine. Don't any of you guys fret about my stickers. It is all good. And now we get to add in more flowers. Oh no, we've got Belle's or Aurora's. We need more votes, gang. So let me know what the preference is. More flowers, again, which is really nice. Yes. So Corne saying he's listening in, busy with homework and getting his university studies done, which is really fantastic. We're all super proud of you, Corne, for working hard on your studies. It's really good. And it's nice to hear that it is coming along, even though it feels like it's coming along really slowly. But you're getting there, mate. And then we tuck this little bit in here. Ooh. Oh, cool. Actually, that looks really nice. Now that that's gone all together, I really like the way how that little roof looks. So we've got those little side pieces, which are hollow on the inside. And then we've popped the stickers up here, and then we've just got that decoration on here as well. Oh, cool. Oh, that's fantastic, woodshop teacher. Yes, I know. It feels like cleaning just is a constant. I just never seem to be able to get it done. Oh, Brickish is working on a picture while listening. Oh, that's so nice, guys. I always like to hear what creative endeavours you guys are undertaking while listening to me ramble on forever. So, yeah, that's really cool. Oops. Right, one oar, and then we've got the other oar to go into place as well. Okay, and then we actually feed that down to rest on top of the flower. Oh, that's kind of cute. I like that. Right. Oh, I think Angela might be babysitting her granddaughter. So I don't know whether or not Angela is actually going to make it today, because she's usually quite busy with small children when she's babysitting. And, you know, her granddaughter is so cute. So I wouldn't want to interrupt anyone getting in the way of hanging out with that gorgeous little child. Oh, no. Outside filming the moon as the sun rises. Oh, my gosh. That sounds like you're having quite the adventure there, Doc. I know, I've been joking all day today, woodshop teacher, that I've picked out the least Halloween type sets to actually build on Halloween. So, I didn't plan that very well at all, did I? Just building up all these really cute sets, which is fine. I like them. So, it's going to be the way that it goes. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've got a few more things to do. So we've got 2 of these, I think. So Cornet has said that he doesn't mind if we build up Aurora's cottage next. Oh, full moon. Oh, wow. Yes. Full moon. Is that... a full moon doesn't always occur on Halloween, though, does it? I don't know. We'll have to have someone... Oh, no. Oh, Cornet, that's no good. Yes, please be careful, my dear friend, my lovely Lego son. So, no, it doesn't. Oh, cool, yes. Oh, good. So it's not just me going bananas, as per usual. Yeah, oh, that's quite unique, Doc. I'm glad that you're getting some full moon photos tonight, even though you are a bit chilly. But just, you know, stay wrapped up. When you get in from taking the photos, have a nice hot cup of tea or a hot chocolate or something yummy. That's always sort of quite nice after having a cold night out, isn't it? Right, I think that might be a lovely Moana hut finished as well. So that's so gorgeous. I absolutely love that. As you guys know, though, I do have a bit of a soft spot for Moana, so you can't be that surprised that we've ended up here. I don't know, where can we pop Hey Hey? Can we pop Hey Hey up here in the bedroom? I think that's a cute little spot for him. Oh, you've got a tea with you already. Oh, that's cool. Oh yes, I know. I think that the dustiest set that I actually had was Emma's house, which is purple and that navy blue. But I think that that's also just because that's been of where it's been sat in my sort of Lego space. So there we have our completed little Moana build, which looks absolutely gorgeous. So I really love that. And Cornet is happy for us to be building up Aurora's set next. So I will actually do that one. And we'll see. We'll see how long this takes. So that's good. Time to put on your wolf pelt and start howling. Oh dear. Yes, we've got to watch out for our little werewolves tonight. If it's a full moon and Halloween. Does that mean that they're doubly dangerous? I'm not sure. Right. Bag number 1, bag number 2, and bag number 3. So that's all of them there. We've got our lovely little book and an extra plate and some stickers. Oh, I think I've lucked out here. It seems I've got 2 sticker sheets when only one is needed. So that's nice that I've got some extra stickers. I do tend to sort of use them. Let's see if I can get them in focus. Oh, try again. There we go. So again, quite simple little stickers there, but I'm sure that that will make the build look really cute. So let's get building and see how we go. So, and then Cornet's got the money for Diagon Alley, but have to wait 2 more months. Yes, exactly. Wait for your birthday and then you'll really, really appreciate it. You'll have so much fun building that up. You know, it's a really lovely build. I completely enjoyed it and thought that it was so fantastic. So I'm sure you will too. Oh, and we get all our mini dolls in this bag as well. So that's really cool that we just start off with a bang. So we've got our little basket with some cherries in it. So we'll put that to one side. And we do have, oh, M Productions is here. Hi, buddy. How you going? And we have a lovely little bluebird, which is the little dove piece. So I think I've seen these in white. Did we get a blue one in the expert creator expert modular bookshop thing, or was that bird white as well? I don't know. I can't remember. And then we have a little deer, which is actually quite rare. We have had this before. We got a little deer, I think, in the Snow White set. And then we also got a little deer in the foil packs that we got in like 2012 and 2013, I think, as well. So there's our next little animal. What else have we got? We've got the little crow. So Maleficent's little crow. So again, bird piece is nothing new. We've seen the bird piece before, but it does have a different printing on it, slightly different design. Menacing little crow eyes. So that's that little animal done. Check on the joint of the dress piece. It has become a lot smaller. Oh, has it? Oh, yes, it has. Right, let's build up Snow White then so we can have a look at. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, it's always nice to get like a bit of a variety as well of different animals in different colour palettes and those sorts of things as well. So, yeah. Someone said that the deer and bunny are Bambi and Thumper. Could be. I think that deer does have a bit of a Bambi look to it, but I also think that it's probably not that different to most other deers. I don't know. I'm not a deer expert. If you want to talk to me about kangaroos, then that's probably a lot better. So there's lovely Aurora in her dress, which is really pretty. Bit more blue on this dress, but lots of really good detail on the skirt and on the top. I don't know how well the skirt and the top actually go together. It would have been nice to have seen that dark pink bit actually include some more of the blue, so it sort of looked like a complete outfit. But maybe that's just me being a fashion critic, which, let's be real, is probably not really my forte. Little squirrel, my Patronus, woo, red squirrel. I can only focus and have small amounts of attention for short amounts of time. little thumper, according to some, which is quite cute. It is cute to have a little grey rabbit in here. And then I think if we turn over the page, Maleficent is going to be our next build. I think I might have my original Maleficent in the other room as well, so maybe I should quickly jump up and grab her so we can do a comparison. And I think I also have my modified Maleficent as well, which I did a few years ago as part of my Halloween special, which I have not been able to do this year because I've been shambolic and disorganised. Oh, Bricksloth is here. Hi, Bricksloth. How you going, buddy? It's really nice to have you here. I watched a few of your videos this week as well. They were really cool. And I was actually just saying earlier that it's been so nice to hear in your videos that you are happy to make Ninjago characters your own, so you don't feel it necessary to have the personalities and the names of the actual characters themselves. Is that you feel that because it's your city, you can rename them and give them slightly different personalities, which I think is really cool. So there's all our mini dolls. I will quickly duck over to my other room and see if I can grab my other Maleficent dolls. So I won't be far away. Here we go. I'm coming back. Packy's looking at me a bit puzzled. Oh, she's a bit, oh, these are a bit dusty as well. So here is, oh, and I've still got to build Maleficent's staff as well. So let's just have a comparison. Whoop. I do actually like the newer face a bit more. Come on, focus. Focus. Oh. Oh my gosh, M Productions, that's crazy. Now she's not going to focus. My poor, oh, there we go. So there's the two official Maleficents. Obviously, this one's a lot dustier, you can see, but I really prefer this one's face. Obviously, this one has a much more grand outfit as well. But there's both of those. I will finish building. Oh, and there was my little Maleficent fairy as well, just for those of you who might want to see my repaint. So I think that was one of my first repaints with custom wings as well. I think I did base the wing template a little bit on Claire's from Brick Emotion. She did wing templates as well, I think. So let's see, for my Halloween special, it's in that, I mean, what? Oh, 3 hours and 40 minutes until your Halloween special, sorry. You have to be very clear with me on Saturday nights because obviously I lose all track of hope, just comprehension on a Saturday night. Right, Maleficent staff. So she's got that now, which is really cool. Oh, that's really exciting, M Productions, though. I will be sound asleep by then, no doubt, because that will be about 2 o'clock in the morning for me. Bricksloth is saying, the only hope I have of remembering the human names for them is to be part of the story, so I rename everybody featured in my videos. Which is a brilliant concept. I love that. I think that that's why I also quite like making mini dolls of like people that I know or my little Lego friends and everything as well, so that then I can sort of have mini dolls that remind me of loved ones and people that I actually care about and that sort of thing, which I think is really cool. So, because again, I don't want, 500, Stephanie's, Olivia's, Andrea's and whatnot either, because then that gets a bit repetitive and boring. So it's nice to be able to have a little bit of personality and variety in my Lego city, which is what I quite like as well. But it was just a really lovely way that you put that in your video, Bricksloth. So it's Halloween for in productions over in the US. I haven't, I obviously, based on the builds that I am currently building, I didn't time my princess video very well with Halloween. So, but it's interesting because in Australia, Halloween isn't really a huge thing. So it's very rare that we have trick-or-treating. So I never went trick-or-treating when I was growing up. That just wasn't even a thing that we would think about doing. About 5 years ago when I moved into my house here, I did have a few people knock on my door and try and trick-or-treat, and they scared the bejesus out of me because I wasn't expecting to open the door to goblins and ghouls. So that was a little bit confronting for me until I remembered that it was Halloween, but it hadn't been something that I'd focused on at all. So, yeah. Excellent, Cordo. Woohoo! Only 14 more to go out of 999. You have done so well, my friend. It is fantastic. Yes, well, I think that technically Maleficent is supposed to be like a witch, and that's sort of where the Halloween comes into it. But I'm onto my third set that I'm building so far, and we've only just come across our first witch. So, but again, that's okay. I think that there's going to be plenty of spooky content out there that I can just trundle along and do my little princess builds. It's what I've been looking forward to building as well. I've been waiting for this set and the one that I'm currently building to come out. So it's quite nice that they're here now and I get to build them up and chat to you guys, which is always good fun. So, yes. Oh, I love that, Bricksloth. That's brilliant. Sloth City now has a subway system underground. The best place for an invisible subway. So invisible subways are less expensive. So true. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Beast is scary-ish as well, I guess. I haven't built Beast yet though, and I might not actually get to build that set today as well because I have been streaming now for just over 2 hours. So we might not get there with that Beauty and the Beast set. That might be something that we can save for another time, or it might be something that I actually might make a video on, maybe. Who knows? Oh my gosh. Oh, M Productions, I know. I had so many of my lovely viewers offer suggestions around different content as well, and I wanted to try and do some, particularly around creating costumes for mini dolls as well. So quite a few people have said that it would be really nice to see Cassandra from Rapunzel, the cartoon show, in her like evil form. Is it Moonstone? That's her name in that? I can't remember. So that was one of the suggestions that a couple of people made to me, which was really cool. And I have actually ordered an extra Cassandra mini doll, but I ordered that from the US and she hasn't arrived yet. I still could have made that mini doll though, because I would have just made that with the Cassandra that I already have. But I just haven't had the time to do any mini doll repaints. So, so yeah, that was a bit of a shame that I haven't been able to do my usual Halloween video, which is a bit disappointing. Agreed. The teapot and the clock. And yeah, Moonstone Cassandra. And I really, really like her outfit. I Googled her and I love her blue hair and I think that her outfit's amazing and I could definitely have loads of fun repainting that. But yeah, I just haven't had a chance to. So that might be something that I try and do later on at some stage or another. So, and a few of you have suggested that to me as well, which I would have absolutely loved to have done and have planned to, but just haven't yet. So yeah, but that's okay. I will one day. You know me, I'm a very slow mover. I just plod along and do my thing, and I eventually get there. Pagan, she's a force of nature, neither good nor evil. She will help you, but if you treat... Yes, that's true, woodshop teacher. I think I was being a bit simplistic there, wasn't I? Maleficent is a very wonderful character. That's why I really wanted to create her as more of like the fairy character with her wings and everything. I haven't actually seen the second Maleficent movie yet, and I would really like to watch that at some stage or another, because I really enjoyed the first one. I thought that was such a interesting movie and such a sort of nice take on that story as well. And I think that it just goes to show that if people suffer trauma, then they can actually respond in really challenging ways. So we've got a good discussion in the comments around talking clocks. Yes, they were cursed. They were his staff, his castle, like his, I don't know, castle staff. Is that what they're called? Butlers and cooks and waiters and whatnot. That were then called cursed. It's always time. Thanks, Amy. You're always so good at reminding me that I will get there eventually. It's definitely on my list to do. It was just disappointing that I haven't been able to find the time to be able to do that yet. Different adaptions. Exactly. No, let's leave that alone. I think that we're better off talking about different adaptions as far as fairy tales are concerned. Let's just say the P word is a dirty word. Yeah, I think that that's true, Doc. A curse sort of goes along with Halloween, doesn't it? I guess it just depends on your interpretation of Halloween as well. Again, like I said, is that it's always sort of been a bit of a vague sort of interpretation for us here in Australia. And I think that by and large, a lot of what we sort of know about Halloween is what we have actually seen on American TV shows and on American films. So, and I think that then that's sort of almost diluting that sort of cultural reference as well. So it's not even, you know, our own cultural reference that then we're taking on board as part of our culture. It's more like a sort of, I don't know, an interpretation of American culture to do with Halloween. I don't know. It's just sort of a bit, it's interesting how that all sort of plays out. But there have been a couple of really interesting like YouTube videos that I have watched recently, and one of them was like about the history of different fairy tales. And so this particular, I can't even remember the name of the YouTube channel, but it was really cool. She had basically gone through and sort of looked at a lot of the research about where different fairy tales had come from and how they were sort of adapted over time. Oh, I think it was Red Riding Hood. That was the first one that I sort of saw. And it was just really interesting to hear how that particular fairy tale had changed over time, and particularly over hundreds of years, and then also had been adapted and modified for different countries as well. Yeah, so it was like, that was sort of like quite an interesting little YouTube video that I ended up watching quite recently. So I think it's sort of quite interesting when we sort of start to unpack the origins of fairy stories. And I think one of the things that was really interesting that she pointed out is that it's actually quite challenging to figure out exactly where fairy tales originate from, because there's usually similar stories that have come from different areas and different regions that then sort of at some point combine in history and then merge into something else. So I thought that that was sort of quite interesting as well. So, and then you don't want to see my to-do list for the Lego haul. I will be getting it so much. I went overboard. Yes, oh my gosh, I can only imagine. I learned a lot about Halloween from TV. Yeah, exactly. It's bizarre. I think, oh, Amy, were you building the Frankenstein brick head last week? Oh, the stunt plane? Yeah, I think that stunt plane's really nice as well. I did get that stunt plane. And the bus, oh, cool. Yep, I've got the bus as well. I was actually just saying earlier in the stream as well, I think I've still got 3 hidden side sets that I would like to try and get hold of, which is the prison, the submarine, and then the haunted house thing. But the haunted house and the prison have been really difficult to come across here in Australia. Oh, did I say? Oh, no, the submarine and the haunted house have been 2 sets that have been really difficult to come across here in Australia. So hopefully I'll be able to track them down at some stage or another. I would quite like to get them so that then I've got most of the hidden side stuff. There's probably a few things that I missed out on as far as polybags and some of the magazine specials and stuff. So, yeah. I love that brick sloth as well. I think that that's one of the reasons why I quite like building a lot of the friend sets and the princess sets and that type of thing as well. Up until recently, the job that I had was pretty full on, so it was very challenging a lot of the time. I worked with a lot of really vulnerable people that had experienced a lot of challenges in their life and were still going through those challenges like homelessness and alcohol and other drug use and that type of thing. And so I always sort of went, I don't need more evil in my life. I need to be able to come away from that and sit down and build something that's pretty and magical and, you know, where people are happy and safe. And so most of my Lego city is made up in a very similar way, in the fact that it has to be where everyone's sort of content in their worlds and there's not mean things going on. Yeah. Oh, bless. Yeah, like just like how the Munsters lived alongside everyone. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Amy saying that she was able to build the Frankenstein brick heads the week before. Corné, you should be working on finishing off your 19 documents. I reckon finish off Mermaids because you want to do your Harry Potter one closer to when you get Diagon Alley, don't you? Or would you prefer to do Harry Potter now in order to get some Harry Potter energy out of your system? I don't know. Oh, no, Doc. Corné does a lot of custom stuff. So he's very crafty and fantastic and creative and quite often does customizations of different sets and things. But one of the things that Corné also does is with the dots boxes that we get with all the different parts in it and the little compartments, quite often Corné will paint different images and those sorts of things on top of the dots box, which looks really fantastic. It's such a wonderful idea. We've got some very creative people in the chat. Brickish wants to move to Sloth City. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of us would prefer to be living in Lego cities compared to the real world as well. But that's okay. We all get to have our little escapes now and again, don't we? That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy doing these live streams, is that you guys give me a chance to escape and just babble on about Lego, one of my favourite topics in the world to talk about. Yes, I love the fact that that's happening. Cool. Right, another sticker to go on here with some more images as well. I'm actually really happy that I ended up getting 2 lots of these stickers. That's probably one of my better sticker applications for tonight. So there's that little one that we then just tuck in over here. So that's really cool. Oh my gosh, I know. He's got a very soothing voice, doesn't he? I completely agree with that. But every now and again, I do think to myself, it would be really nice to live in Jane City just to be able to get enough sleep and rest and to be able to enjoy that side of life. Right, so we've created another little river with a little green frog on it that we're popping in here. So I'm assuming that we get our water wheel on this side. I know that we do get one of those. And then Brick Sloth is saying the police station is getting absorbed into the new town hall that's getting built. Oh, fantastic. It's always nice to be able to make some of those changes to our cities, I think. I have almost, I have finished them off. I've almost finished them off. I've just got to have another little look at it to see whether or not I'm actually happy with it or not. So hopefully one day I'll get that video out as well. But I think that you guys are getting sick and tired of hearing me say, hopefully I'll get a video out soon. Yeah, but that was a really enjoyable build as well. So that was sort of inspired by a couple of different sets, one of which was, well, 3 really, I guess. So Corne, you'll like this because 2 of the sets were the Harley Quinn sets that we got as part of DC Superheroes range. And then the other set that I was really inspired by was actually the Spider-Man Sanctum Sanctorum set, but more of the Spider-Man apartment side. So I sort of have combined all 3 of those into like a little 3-story mock building type thing with a lot of creative license. I don't know whether or not everyone's going to be able to see all of those references because it did sort of change quite a lot over time from building and rebuilding and all of those sorts of things as well. Oh, silent mode TV. Oh, hi there. It's lovely to have you here. I don't know whether or not I've seen you in the chat before during my streams, so it's really nice that you've popped in to say hello. Oh my gosh, M Productions. That's actually so true. The Lego Bob Ross, definitely. So soothing, such a soothing voice. I've also really enjoyed the fact that he has divided up his channel a bit more because I always loved seeing his city videos, but he doesn't seem to spend as much time in his city as what I would like. I think he's very busy with doing his other bits and pieces and his reviews and stuff, which seem to be the more popular videos. But it's nice to see that he's making some changes to his zoo in particular. Oh my God, there's so much dog fur trapped in this poor little table. Never mind. I'm sure that Aurora won't worry too much about dog fur in her croissant. Quite often I don't get to worry about dog fur in my croissant either. I just have to go with it. But I do love my little dog. So he gets well looked after. Brickish. Right, so that's our little table there to one side. We've got the little bucket with the candle, one of those beautiful teacups, croissant, and that. And that's how that part of the build's coming along. Yeah, I agree with that, Brick Sloth. I don't think that he does really have much of a story to his city. It'll be interesting to see. Pucky's sound asleep on the sofa. It'll be interesting to see whether or not that starts to change as he adds in some of his Patreons, though. So I know that he's been adding in some minifigs of his Patreons, which I think is a really lovely idea. I know that in the past, at some stage or another, yes, go and get a study stat, Corne. I know that in the past, at some stage or another, a few people were sort of saying that it must actually be quite isolating to have a channel that big, because I think that then it would be really difficult to actually be able to make connections and have that friendship side of having a Lego YouTube channel. And I think that a lot of us, like Brett and I have spoken about this before, Amy and I have spoken about this before, Corne and I have spoken about this before, that one of the reasons why so many of us love our Lego channels or watching them or, you know, whatever, is because we get to develop those friendships. Like, it's part of the creative process, but it's also about getting to know people and share our enjoyment of our hobby. And I think that that would be really difficult, like, for Jang to have that. And I haven't watched a lot of his videos lately because I've been watching videos from you guys. I think many of you that have popped into my chat today have heard me say that I've been watching your videos. So I haven't watched many of his lately, but it seems like he feels like he's started to get more of a community back because of his Patreon, and he starts to get to know people. And, you know, when he's been doing his live streams, he recognises names and those sorts of things, which I think must be so much more enjoyable for him. Whereas previously, I think it would be really difficult to sort of remember who's who and that type of stuff. I don't know how easy. I will see if I can show Pucky at some stage, but I don't know how easy it would be at the moment because he's really tucked up in the sofa, curled up in a little pug ball, like the beautiful little puglet that he is. So, yeah. But I do definitely like. Yeah, and I do definitely like the much like you, Brixloff. It does make a lot more sense to me when I get to sort of know stories behind cities and those sorts of things. I think the other person that does that really well is Kaz from Blockhead UK, even though she doesn't, particularly with her micro builds, because even though she doesn't have characters in there, she talks a lot. She talks a lot about, you know, who designed the building and where that micro building is going to fit into Micropolis and that sort of thing as well. That's one of the reasons why I also enjoyed your content as well, Brixloff. I can't remember what videos I may or may not have been watching of yours in productions. I do make an effort to try and watch people's content, but as we've said, it's really difficult to be able to watch everyone all the time. I'll make more of an effort to try and watch that content this week, though, hopefully. But like I've said before, I will be moving into my office this week as well, so I may not be able to watch as many videos as what I have been able to in the past. So I do subscribe to a lot of YouTube channels, so I usually try and just share the love as often as I can. So you'll just have to be patient with me if I haven't watched your content much yet. But don't say that it's because it's crappy. If it's about Lego, then I'm sure it's going to be loads of fun. Yeah, I think that that's the interesting thing. You know, quite often when I'm building, I'm also thinking of, you know, who's going to live here? What's this going to look like? What's this going to be? You know, what type of character is going to, you know, be hanging out here? Again, quite often I will be including some of the sig figs that I create for different people in my mocks and that type of thing as well, which I think is really good fun too. So possibly not as, yeah, but I think it just depends on, you know, what we sort of like. Yeah, I think that that's also part of it as well in productions. It just depends on what content catches my eye. So that's where I just sort of go. One of the reasons why I haven't been watching many of Jang's videos this week is because his content isn't really super appealing. Like, what he's been publishing isn't appealing to me. But I do quite often just try and, you know, make my rounds. Like I said, share the love. Military stuff isn't for me so much. But I'm sure that there's plenty of other people that enjoy some of that stuff. Yeah, but that's okay. We've all got to, don't forget to hit the like button. I got distracted by the cute kitten on the Google homepage. Oh dear. That's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough. I think that the more cute kitten distractions we have in the world, the better. One of my guilty pleasures is actually watching animal content, to no one's surprise whatsoever. So all those animal foster videos and dog shelter videos and whatnot are all part of my jam. There's also a few like pug videos and what's the other one? Oh yeah, the French bulldogs as well, the little French bulldog YouTube channels that I sort of end up dabbling in now and again when I need a hit of cuteness. Whoops, need to get some help for Raymond. He's so overworked. A lot of custom printed minifigs have military figures with great printing. Yeah, I've heard that. Again, military stuff isn't really my thing, but yeah, I have heard that some of the custom stuff, particularly with the military side of things, is really well done. And I think that that's because there is a bit of a gap for that, isn't there? Because I don't think that Lego does military stuff officially, do they? So I think that that's where these custom creatives have been able to, you know, develop their own thing, which is really cool. Fill that gap. Oh yes, I have. I think my brother really enjoys the that One Bite One World YouTube channel with Dean and the cat. I think that he's told me about that one. I can, funnily enough, to no one's surprise whatsoever, I can never remember the names of the dog channels that I end up watching. So there's our little ground floor of Aurora's cottage, and we do have some foliage here, which are these beautiful pink leaves with that dark azure piece on it. And we're now on to our third and final bag. And once we finish this up, we'll be finishing up the stream for tonight. So we'll get to build up Beauty and the Beast's castle at another stage, hopefully, at some stage or another. 4 sets were a bit too much for one evening for me, especially after my really long stream last week. But yeah, I really love all these sets. They are looking so gorgeous. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying this as well. Right, so we get to add in some of these little orange, bright light orange along the front, which seems to be a bit of a reoccurring colour theme that we've seen in tonight's sets. Not that we're complaining about that at all. It's a really lovely colour. Well, I don't top Bookmania kits of the month every month, so I have a lot of Lego. Oh, cool. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it when you guys realise that you've got little similarities and stuff going on in our lives. It's nice, isn't it? I will have to try and track down that video though, Amy, of the cat and the bike. I know that my brother has raved about that in the past, and I think that that's probably definitely a YouTube channel that's right up my street. Oops. Bumping into, oops, now Maleficent's fallen over. Oopsies. Right. Have a lazy dog as well, like Pucky. I know, Pucky does love sleeping. Oh, cool. Thanks, Amy. That would be amazing. But I have heard that that's sort of like what pugs tend to enjoy, is that they do like a good sleep. So, and he is very like, he's so funny because he's quite like, he enjoys like short bursts of lots of energy. Like he'll do his little scampering and he enjoys bustling around the park and that type of thing. But But I think by and large, a lot of the time he just enjoys chilling out and relaxing, which is really good because I think that is very well suited to my personality. So that's probably one of the many reasons why him and I get along so well. Right. Building up a little bit more along here, which seems to be like a little window area, which is kind of cute. And I think that this is one of these sets that is a little bit deceptive as well, because it does actually look a lot bigger in the photos. But I would also say that it is packing it in. So it's not, skimping on the detail by any stretch of the imagination. So that's good. Oh, you have 4 dogs. Oh my gosh. You will be kept busy with 4. Oh, beautiful. So window dogs, unknown breeds, and Aussie Border Collie mix. Yes, one of the dog that I had before I had Pucky, he was like a Border Collie Kelpie hunt away sort of cross, and he was just absolutely beautiful. He had such a kind nature. He was just the most relaxed, chilled out, lovely, happy boy ever. Cornet's back. Hope you had a yummy snack, buddy. Oops. We're just discussing dogs now, which is, obviously one of my other favourite topics to talk about. If I'm not talking about Lego, then I'm happy to sit here and talk about dogs all day as well. And my parents, they still have a farm, sort of a smaller farming property, but it's still a farm, and they've still got 2 older Kelpies and 1 young new little Kelpie that has to do all the hard work, which he absolutely loves doing because he's a bundle of energy. And then the other dog that Mum has is a Maremma, which is like a guardian dog, and he's really gorgeous as well. He's got actually quite a similar personality to what my lovely Kelpie cross had as well. So very lovely little dogs. British loves dogs as well. 4 lazy dogs, yeah. That's the type of dogs that we all need. Oh, bless Bricksloth, an old blind Pekingese and a middle-aged fat Yorkshire Terrier. Oh dear, I know. There's some, I think one of the funniest things particularly about Pucky, is because he does have a very pug body shape, which means that he's got long skinny legs and a little barrel body, and then lots of scrunchy fur, scrunchy skin, so it's all like sort of loose and stretchy. And he is gorgeous, and I love him to bits, but it is hilarious to see him hanging out with the farm dogs because they're all like tall and lean and svelte and fit. And then there's my little dude that sort of bustles around in the background with his little curly tail and his bandy legs. It's so beautiful and hilarious. He's really not designed for the farm, but he enjoys himself, so that's the most important thing. But I don't think that the farm dogs particularly like having the city dog come along and invade their space. So yeah, it's always funny going up to the farm with Pucky. And then Dutch pancakes, oh yum, that sounds beautiful, Cordo. 2 Catzillas. Oh, bless. Oh, the giant cat and the one that doesn't like people. Oh dear. It sounds like a lot of good fun. I think that our lovely little animals are so funny. Like, they all just are such little unique characters with such funny little personalities and everything. I just think that that's just so cool. It's one of my favourite things about animals, is that they are all just so sort of unique. Little table goes in here. Oh gosh, and a fish tank. Cornet's cat stalking him at the moment, yes. I know. I think that used to always be the funny thing. I had cats a lot growing up, and one of my favourite little cats that I had when I was in high school used to always enjoy helping me do my homework because he would always like to play with my pen whenever I was trying to take notes. So that was always his little thing that he'd do. Back in the day when we used to have to do our homework by handwriting it, not on a computer. So quite often there'd be a scroll across my page from where my cat had decided that he wanted to join in with my writing. But I could never tell him off because he was such a lovely little cat. Well, he wasn't a little cat, he was actually quite a big boy as well. Oh my gosh. And more fish tanks. That's one thing that I haven't ever really had, is fish, and probably birds as well. I haven't really ever had birds either, although whenever the family went to New Zealand to visit family and relatives and that sort of stuff, is that I know that we went over one time and my grandparents had like this little blue budgie, and my brother and this budgie just absolutely loved each other. It was also on that trip where we befriended a little hedgehog as well. So that was kind of cool too. The difference, you wouldn't think that New Zealand and Australia would be that different, but it kind of is, but in a good way. I think it's nice to have sort of different countries and different cultures floating around, isn't it? Oh yeah, M Productions. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. You'll have to talk me through it though. But yes, can you not put it in, or do I have to do it because stream? I don't know. Links aren't supposed to go in. You'll have to send it to me and tell me how to do it. But yes, I'm happy to do that for you if you want. I know. I think it's quite funny, really, isn't it? Like, that's all I did all through high school. That's all we could do. Even the first few times, like before I went to university to get my university degree, because I didn't go to university until I was 26, I did end up going to like technical college, and it was the same thing. I had to handwrite all my assignments at technical college as well. And that was more for like design stuff as well. So it wasn't too bad because most of it was sort of like design boards and that type of thing anyway. Right. Another little thing. Oh yeah, I don't know how to mod people either. I just trust that you guys are going to be nice to each other, and if you're not, then I'll have to tell you off. But I haven't had to do that, which is lucky. So yeah, that's probably something that I do need to figure out how to do that though. This is why I'm just like such a shambolic YouTuber. I just don't know how anything ever works. Oh dear. Is that right? Oh no. Oops. No, one over. Oh. Yeah, I do need to probably learn more of how to do this stuff. But anyway, I'll figure it out one day. One day I'll get there. Right. Cool. Okay. In the Mini-Doll Discord server, we've kicked out a few people. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fair enough, though. It's just being able to have a conversation about being respectful, I think. And if people aren't, then it's just a matter of that's not appropriate and that's not welcome here. So, but likewise, I've been quite lucky so far because I've not had to do that, which I really appreciate. And hopefully I won't have to do anytime soon. You go to the YouTube, not clip, and 3 dots on the side of the name and press add moderator. But I'm in StreamYard. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it different if I'm in StreamYard? Oh, okay. Offer you to what 3 dots? Oh, those 3 dots. Oh, I don't have an option to make you a moderator. I've only got an option to put you in timeout or to block you. Oh dear. Yeah, I just sort of go, I think that quite often, like, I mean, I just sort of go, it's interesting to know how to use the back end of YouTube, like anything. I think that that's cool, but I think it's also sort of like, well, why are we on here? I think that that's the big question that I sort of tend to sort of ask myself more often than anything else. And ultimately, it was just to share my Lego hobby and to find people that enjoy doing Lego stuff. So, eventually it would be really nice if my channel was able to get monetized, not because I want to make money off you guys, but it just means that then Lego might become a tax deduction, which would be really nice. But I would sort of keep that fairly minimalistic and low and all of those sorts of things. Is that? Oh, that is right. Okay. But again, I just sort of keep coming back to the fact that it was my main reason to come onto YouTube was because I wanted to share my Lego, but I also wanted to meet other people that enjoyed Lego as well. And so, yeah, I don't really worry too much about the analytics and that type of stuff either. Right. Oh, I have to go on a separate device. Oh, you have to be in YouTube chat. Oh, do I have a mobile phone? Hey, BFAP. I hope you're going well, mate. Yeah, and I think that that's the whole thing where you just sort of go, yeah, it's nice. I think that a lot of people would just sort of like to go, yeah, to be monetized would be really cool because then it helps pay for our hobby and that sort of thing. But again, I just sort of go, I'm that's not my main motivation. Like that's not my main goal. That's just a bonus that will happen one day at some point in the future. I hope, possibly. But again, I think that if you worry about that stuff too much, then you tend to get too caught up in that side of things. And for me, I just sort of go, I'd rather not worry too much about that sort of side of life and whatever. But I also know that I'm in the very blessed position of being able to, have a job and be able to buy the Lego that I want for the most part in a relatively easy sort of way. So, and I know that that's not the case with everyone either. So, yeah. Cool. There we go. We've got our little wheel on. We've got our little chimney in, which is really cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think that that's really cool, Brooksloth. Like, I think that that's kind of similar to me. It took me actually quite a long time to work up the courage to actually have conversations on YouTube. And it wasn't until I was watching a lot of YouTube, but I wasn't actually commenting very much until after I got my channel. And once I got my channel, then it sort of helped me with the confidence to actually be able to chat and comment on different people's videos and those sorts of things as well, which was really cool and really nice. So again, I just sort of go, I think it's sort of like a bit of a different journey for everyone, and different people just sort of, do things in different orders as well. And that was definitely one of the things for me, was being able to then just sort of share my content. And I think it was also one of those things where, while there were channels that had similar content to mine, I was actually really keen in order to be able to sort of showcase the fact that a lot of the mini doll sets and the mini doll builds could actually be enjoyed by adults, and rather than just sort of being more focused on children. And, teenagers and adults should be able to enjoy these sets just as much as sort of, anyone else. And I think that I was kind of living in hope that there were other people out there that were sort of like older that still enjoyed these sets, and that's sort of been a lot of the people that I've been able to come across, which has been, you know, absolutely amazing. Because even things like in the Lego users group and those sorts of things that I have in my local area and stuff, is that I think that there's not as many fans. Hey Tayshawn, it's really good to meet you, buddy. Oh, not meet you, see you in the chat again. So yeah, woodshop teacher, doing this for fun and meeting wonderful people. Yep, exactly. Yeah, share your opinion on Lego. And I think that that's the whole thing as well. It's not to shame anyone, and it's not to say that one thing's better than the other. And I think that sharing your opinion on Lego is just as valid as sharing our creativity. Turn it into a podcast. Excellent. Yeah, I think that sometimes that can be a bit of the case as well, isn't it? So, and that's one of the things that I prefer to sort of avoid. And I think there have been successful YouTubers that have sort of been able to keep their monetization to a limit, like not doing mid-roll ads and all of those sorts of things either, and just sort of have the bare minimum basics on there. Again, I don't know whether or not I would ever do Patreon. I don't know how I feel about that, because again, I just sort of go, it seems like then the more money you have, then the more exclusive the content you get. And for me, I just sort of go, one of the things that I like about YouTube is that it is very much, you know, if you've got internet, then you can watch it, which is really cool. Favorite channels. Yeah, and I think, but I also think that it's one of those things where quite often channels of about the same size and the same growth sort of end up coming up together and sort of end up knowing each other and that sort of thing as well. So sometimes it just sort of depends as to when that happens. Like there's a few of the not larger channels, but I have seen a few channels that sort of started around the same time as me, and they've gotten a lot of growth. Lego Lemaniac is definitely one of them, but one of the things that I do like about Lego Lemaniac is that he still keeps in contact and still talks to the people that sort of started in and around the same time as him. Same as Kaz, I think that she's now got over 1,000 subs, and you know, again, she was one of my first subscribers. I think that Amy and Kaz were two people that sort of subscribed to me very early on. It would be wonderful if you did a live stream today, Tayshawn. You could definitely take the baton from me. I'm probably going to be prefer videos of the free variety. I think a lot of people do as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, as well. Yeah. Cool. Brickatec's channel. Yeah, I've heard some good things about Brickatec as well. I've watched some of his content, but not a lot. So again, he sort of floats around on my radar a little bit. And I think that that's also the nice thing about the Lego community, is that there's a few of us that sort of overlap. One of the nice things has been getting to know Bricksloth through Brett's Bricks. So that's been really nice over the past couple of weeks. And again, there's sort of like that little overlap there where Brett and I know each other, and then Brett knows Bricksloth, and now I've been able to get into Bricksloth's channel. And I think that sometimes that gets a little bit trickier when you've got larger channels, that sometimes things do get a bit lost. You know, again, like I said to you guys today, is that I do try and make an effort to watch different people's channels. But again, it it can end up being a bit tricky to try and watch all of everyone's videos all the time, because I just don't have enough time to do that. So I do still have to, yeah, Tayshawn. And I think that that's the sort of thing as well. Like, I mean, again, I just sort of go, I know that you probably have always had a couple of hundred more subs than me. And then, of course, your channel really took off in a fantastic way, which is so deserved. It's really nice to see that, mate. But again, I just sort of go, I think it's just a matter of, you know, keeping in touch with the people that you know and chatting to them and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah. BFAB's being very cheeky again. I love that. So, yeah, exactly, Bricksloth. Like, that's where I just sort of go, it's really nice that I think I'm still, you know, here. I'm still here sort of, being small enough to still get to know people, and particularly, in my live streams, I think that that's made things a lot easier, as well as being able to talk to you guys as you stop off in the stream and getting to know you that way as well. But on that note, I'm almost 3 hours in and we've finished our third build. So we've got our Aurora's cottage here. We've got our wonderful ginormous Rapunzel's Tower, which I can't even fit on the screen at all, with our teeny tiny what's pub? What's that called again? The Snuggly Duckling, yes. And we've got lovely little Flynn Rider over here with his swing, and then we've got the beautiful Moana's hut with the stingray and the gorgeous little waterfall, which I absolutely adore. So that's all of everything that I've got here as well. M Productions, I'll have to figure out how to link, but again, people, if you're keen to go over and see what M Productions is up to, they're doing a stream later on, which is fantastic. Looking forward. Well, I probably won't watch it, to be honest, because it's getting quite late here. And then it looks like Tayshawn might also be streaming later as well. So for those of you that will be awake and, looking to chill out and listen to more Lego content, you've got two other options, which is really good, from two fantastic channels who are really lovely people and deserve some support. So again, look after everyone. There we go. M Productions, all hellos ever. There we go. That's what we've got to search. Cool. I'll leave that up there for you, M Productions, so that everyone can see it. So as you guys start to drop out of the chat, it's been really lovely chatting to you guys again this week. I absolutely love streaming with you all. It's so wonderful getting to chat to you. Have a wonderful day and a fantastic weekend. I hope that you all have fantastic Halloweens and enjoy lots of hot chocolates and get your uni work done and all of those sorts of things. And just know that you guys are all wonderful and fantastic. So I'll say goodbye now. I'll see if I can end my stream, and then I have to swap hands to wave because I can't multitask. Bye, everyone. Take care, everyone.